Hello everyone, this is Manikyala Rao working as assistant professor in AML department, B.V. Rao Institute of Technology, Narsapur. So in the today I want to explain the topic control statements and functions in R programming. So control statements, control structures. So control structures means it is whatever the conditions we are to be applied for the given program and whatever the logics we are to be applied for the given program, that should be controlled by using that logic, that is called it as control structure. And in these control structures we are having different types of control structures are there. First one is if condition. So if condition means, for example, if you are given some condition, the syntax for if condition is this one: if of expression statement close. For example, I given some example: x tends to 100, if x greater than 10, print of paste of x is greater than 10. So before going to this print statement, first what happens in if condition means, if condition is used to check only the true condition. Only the main drawback for if condition is it is used to check only the success condition. They don't want to check the fail condition for this one. For example, see this example: x tends to 100. So we are assigning the value 100 to the x and x is greater than 100. So 10. So 100 is greater than 10. So this is true. So that's why they need to print 100 is greater than 10. In case if I given x value is 5, so 5 is greater than 10 or not, so this is failed. So they don't want to enter into if loop, so they need to fail this condition. So the drawback in if condition is it is used to, it does not check the false condition for the given example. So this is about if condition in this. Second one, so if we have to rectify that drawback, so we will go to the next condition, that is if else condition. So if else condition means it is used to check the expression if both the condition is true as well as the condition is false also, we need to execute the condition. So see the syntax. So if of expression is the statements: if the given condition is true, the if condition will be executed; if the given condition is false, else statement will be executed. So for that I taken some examples. So I taken some value 10 and value is 5. So two values I taken, I will check the condition. So if the value 1 is greater than value 2 or not. So value 1 value is 10 and value 2 value is 5. So this condition is true. So that's why they will enter into if condition, they need to print value 1 is greater than value 2. In case, for example, if I given value 1 as some 11, value 2 as some 12. So they need to check 11 greater than 12 or not. So this condition is false. So though they don't want to enter into if condition, they will enter into false condition. So that is they need to print value 1 is less than value 2. So 11 is less than 12. So like this the values will be printed. So we need to check the conditions like this. So now coming to the next one, for loop. For loop, it is used to execute the sequence of statements or iterate the number of given conditions n number of times. For that purpose only we are given for loop. So already given sequence of statements are executed repeatedly until the exit condition is reached. So whenever we are given the for loop, so the syntax for loop is for of value in vector. So this value means we have to give that our variable name, whatever we need to assign the variable name, and vector contains the values, whatever the values we have to assign for this one. So for this I taken some example for this one. So values as C of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C is collection of sequence of elements we have to be represented in one collection. So that is C of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is used to accept n number of elements in the given statement. So for value, so value is our ID. So ID in 1:5. So they need to take the values as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first values of ID. So values of 1. So values of 1. So that is in the vector values of 1 is 1. Next again that loop is iterating. So values of 2 is 2. Values of 3 is 3. Values of 4 is 4. And values of 5 is 5. So like this the values of ID means values of 1 is first vector value 1. Next values of 2 is 2. Values of 3 is 3. Values of 4 is 4. And values of 5 is 5. So like this the loop will be executed whatever the condition is to be given up to the condition, that values will be executed like this. So this is about for loop. Next one, nested loop. Nested loop means the loop within the loop is called it as nested loop. So it is similar to loop only, but the main thing here is the loop. For example, this nested loop mainly used for only for loop. So for that I taken for I in 1 colon n. So n means the value, whatever the value we are assigning, that is n, and j I in 1 colon m. So this m is based on our I value we are assigning this one, and we have to be iterated up to the I condition will be executed. So for this I take an example as n equal to 5. So n tends to 5, this means n value is 5. So n is equal to 5 we are taken. So for I in 1 colon n, so I in 1 colon 5. Next for j in 1 colon I value as first value is 1. So cat of star. So cat is used to display the output, concatenate the given values into your output. So first I is equal to 1. So cat of star means first they will print star. Next the value is iterated. So I value will be changed into 2. So cat of stars means they need to print the stars 2. Next the value I value is iterated. So 1 plus 2 plus 1 3. So finally next the values are 3. Next 3 plus 1 4. So finally the values are like this. So this loop will be executed. Nested means within that loop we have to execute the given conditions whatever we are given. So that is about nested loop. Main thing here we are having different types of output statements are there. For example, in place of cat I given, in place of cat symbol I given print of star. I given print of star. In case I given the print of star means they need to print the output as star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, again 5 stars. Continuously, if you are given print statement means continuously the outputs will be printed like this. In case in the place of print I given cat, concatenation operator means it is used to print after one iteration, they need to print that one in the next line. Line by line the output will be printed if you are given cat command. While loop. So while loop means first before entering into this loop, while loop means it is first check the condition and then enter into the loop. So our syntax is while of expression and the given statements we are given. So see this example, I given x is equal to 1. So print I will check the condition while x is less than or equal to 5. First they will check the condition while is less than or equal to 5 or not. Is it true? It is true. So that's why they need to print the x. So x value is 1. Next again the x value will be iterated. So the x plus 1, 1 plus 1, that value will be true, 2. So again they will check 2 less than or equal to 5 or not. Is it true? So next 2 will be printed. So like this, the 1 will be printed, 2 will be printed. Next 2 plus 1 3, so 3 will be printed, 4 will be printed, like 5 will be printed. Like this the while loop. In case I given the condition while of x is greater than 5. For example, I given the condition while x is greater than 5. So first I take an x value is 5, 1 is greater than 5 or not. So this condition is false. So that's why they don't want to enter into the loop and they don't want to print any statements in the given example. Like this, we need to change the conditions and we have to check each and every condition in the given example. This is about while loop. Next, repeat loop and break statement. Actually, this repeat loop may be iterated n number of times but there is no exit condition for this one. So if you are writing repeat means they will be executed up to n number of times and there is no limit for that one. So if we have to stop that type of thing means compulsory within the repeat loop we have to use the break statement. The break statement is used to stop whatever the condition is to be reached. They will stop the given problem at that condition. For that purpose only we are given break statement for this one. So that's why I written break with repeat with break statement. So the syntax is repeat of statements. If the given condition is satisfied, they will stop the process here. So I will give an example. You will see. So first I given x value is equal to 1. So repeat of print x first row, first x value will be printed as 1. Here the x value is 1. Next x value is 1 plus 1, that is 2. So they will check if condition, if 2 is greater than 5 or not. If it is true means they will break the process. First print x means they need to print 1. Next x value will be incremented. So that is next print 2. Like this up to 5 will be printed. Next last condition is 5. Next 5 is greater than 5. So this condition is false. So that's why they will stop the process by using break statement. So up to from starting 1, 2, 3 like this. First print 1. Next that will be iterated. Next check the condition. Like this they will check the condition until they reaches with the condition. The condition will be failed means the given program will be stopped. So that is about repeat loop and break statement. So next one, return statement. Return statement is used to return the result of a executed function that controls the calling function based on the calling function. So our syntax is return of expression. So whatever the condition we have to be given, that expression is to be represented in the return. So based on that the output will be executed. Now here first I will check the one function here. The syntax is variable name tends to function of variable name. So our function name tends to function of x is our variable name. If the given condition is greater than 0, it returns positive. If the given condition is less than 0, it returns negative. If the given condition is not greater than 0, not less than 0 means they need to return 0. So now here I will see function of 1 first. So function of 1 means first we will call function of 1. So function of 1 means a1 is greater than 0. So they need to go to this condition. So they will print as positive as the output. Next one, function of 0. So function of 0. So that means it is not positive, not negative. So that's why they will go to else loop and they will print 0. Next one is function of -1. So function of -1, so it is less than 0, so that's why they need to print as negative. Like this the outputs will be printed. So in the return itself we are written the value for the given thing. So this is about the return statement for this one. So these are the output for this one. Remember one point, at number of times at a time the program will be executed means the indexes will be starting from 1 only. If the given statements executed iteratively means like this, the value will be, index will be changed from 1, 2, 3 like that. So that is about return statement. Next one, next statement. So next statement is used to skip the current iteration without executing the further statements. So that is next statement. So I will show you, without terminating the loop the program will be executed. So for example I have taken the x values as 1 to 10. So we are starting from 1 up to 10 numbers we are taken. So for I in x, so for I in first value as 1. So 1 modulus 2 is not equal to 0 or not. If it is true means they need to jump from this condition. So first they will enter 1. So that is, it will not be printed, it is not true. So it is true. So that's why it will jumps to the loop and they will print the next value. So next value is 2 will be printed. Next, this condition will be true means it will jump to the next iteration. So it is true. So that's why they will move from 1 to 2. Next number 2 will be printed. Next, like this we have to check 2 by 2 modulus 2 not equal to 0. So it is failed. So that's why that value is printed. So like this 2, 4, 6, 8 only even numbers will be printed. Whether this condition is true means they will jump to the next loop. So 1 modulus 2, so that is 2. So that's why they will next jump to the next loop. So 1 plus 1, that next value is 2. So 2 modulus 2 equal to 0. So like that they will print only even numbers for the for loops. Next one, functions. So function will accept input arguments and based on the input arguments they need to produce output statements, and the functions are to be available within the function, inside the function and outside the function also they will print, and these are useful to perform the task multiple times. For example, what purpose we are using functions means it is used to reduce the code in the given program. For example, if I given function name n1, open and close. For example, if our program is having 100 lines, so if I have to write 100 lines means it will take much time to execute that statement. So that's why I written 50 lines of code in this function, and I will write only 50 lines of code normally. So whenever we require these 50 lines of code, we will call this function to execute that program. So just we will call function n1, means by using this function name we will execute these 50 lines of code at a time. So that is used to reduce the time, and the given complexity of the given program will be reduced by using the functions. A block of code is to be represented within that function, and that variables will be executed at a time. All the variables that is to be there in the given function, that will be executed n number of times. So based on our condition they are given. So now we are having two types of functions are there. First one is built-in functions and second one is user-defined functions. Coming to the built-in functions. Built-in functions means the system default function name only we have to use. We don't want to change that function name. We will use the same function name to execute that one. So that is called it as built-in functions. So mainly the built-in functions are divided into three types: mathematical functions, string functions and other statistical functions. Coming to the first one, mathematical functions means just like square root, minimum of the value, maximum of the value, mean of the value, these all are comes under mathematical functions. String functions means just like string concatenation, string length find out, these all are comes under string functions. And coming to the last one, statistical means just like variance, mean, median, these all are belongs to statistical functions. So coming to the first one, mathematical functions. So mathematical functions is used to find out the maximum value, minimum value, square root of the given value, these all are to be executed by using mathematical functions. So the first one I given as minimum value, minimum function. It is used to display the minimum value is to be available in the given vector. So I taken the example values tends to 3, 12, 15, 1, 18, 21. So out of these all the values, they need to take only minimum value. So minimum value or minimum of value. So they need to take the value as 1 and they will print the value as 1. So only the minimum value is available in total vector, that is to be printed. That is about the first mathematical function. Second one is maximum function. Maximum function is used to retrieve the maximum value available in the given vector. So consider these all the values. So out of these all the values, we already know 21 is the highest value. So we are calling max of values means they need to print take 21 and 21 will be stored in max value. So print of max value means they need to print 21 directly in the given example. So that is about the minimum function and maximum function for the given function. Next one, sum function and mean function. Sum function means it is used to sum all the values in the given vector, and mean function is used to add all the values and divided by the total number of values count. So here I taken the values, the same values I taken sum of values. So that is used to add the values 3 plus 12 plus 15 plus 1 plus 18 plus 21. So 18 plus 21. So finally the value is 70. So the value 70 will be stored here and total sum is 70 will be printed. Then need to sum all the values are to be available in the given vector. Next, mean of values. Mean means the sum of all the numbers 15, 1 plus 18 plus 21 divided by the total number of values are available in the given vector. Total values are 6. So that is equal to 70 by 6, that is 11.6. So like this we will calculate the average value, mean values for the given vector. So this is the another type of mathematical functions. Next one, square root, absolute and ceiling function. So coming to the square root function, so x tends to 36. So square root of x means square root of 36. So that is square root of 6 square. So that is 6. Square and root will be cancelled. So finally they will print 6 value. Next, absolute value. Absolute value means, for example, if the given value minus 15. So absolute value means if whatever the values were to be taken, if that is a negative value also, they need to take that absolute value as positive value plus 15, like this. Absolute value, that value whatever it is, if that is a negative value means absolute value of x means they need to reprint only the positive value for that one. So directly they will print that positive value for this one. Next one, ceiling function. So ceiling function means it is used to display the value that is near to the exact value and get near to that particular value is to be printed. So how they will take means, if the value, for example, if the value is 1.1, so